remember. Oh, my God.
Right
Oh, there's another one. Another plane just hit. Right. Oh my gosh. Another plane has just.
Explosion. Explosions, multiple explosions, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw another explosion.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
We've all had to make decisions in life, but in lives as short as ours, we haven't had to make a lot of life-changing decisions where we're caught between a rock and a hard place.
The decisions we make in our daily lives are just ripples that affect our lives over years, but others don't have those years to watch their ripples play out.
For us, these life-changing decisions that some people make don't seem very relevant, simply because we've never had to make them.
9/11 is one of the most crucial points in American history, and it only happened a little over a decade ago. Close is a word that can be used to describe the horrible tragedy in many ways. It hit so close to home, so close to the present, and so very close to our hearts. It was so close that we don't want to think about the terrible atrocities that occurred that day. In my journalism class, we watched a video documentary about one topic in particular that impacted me, the picture that circulated just after the disaster of a man falling from the North Tower. I'd never heard of anyone jumping from the towers. It was one of the most captivating and horrific things I've ever seen. Whether or not to print the photo, taken by photographer Richard Drew, was an enormous decision many journalists had to make at the time. They too were caught between a rock and a hard place. Print the photo and suffer outrage and scorn from a world so recently shaken. Or refrain from printing it and the country will remain blind to the incredibly brave people who made the decision to take their lives into their own hands rather than succumb to the smoke and flames. The falling man was the most prominent, but not the only jumper to be photographed. One man found his wife among the many pictures of the people who jumped, and he told reporters that he was at peace.
Because he finally knew how his wife died.
It's like they said in the video, the picture of the falling man was a tribute to all the people that died in the World Trade Center, whose missing posters still hung around New York City. The people whose faces were forgotten or who were never identified. No one was left behind. They say his family identified him by the orange shirt he wore that day.